Peace, light, and love, beautiful people. This is the ministry of being your own best friend, the Pretty Priestess Podcast, where the intention is to empower and inspire you in doing that by connecting, aligning with the divine guidance that surrounds us, recognizing the sacredness of the beauty and aesthetics around us, and cultivating the wisdom to make our lives most magical. So, with that, my foot, my shoe. Fuck them, do you?
What's up, y'all? Peace, light, and love. Y'all know that I just made that up out of the blue, right? And I said, ooh, I'm rocking with that. My foot, my shoe, fuck them, do you? I'm loving that so much. I'm cracking the hell up because, that's just what I do. I cracks myself up. Sun in Virgo family. Hold up. Let me get me some vibing ass music going on. And I don't even know for sure how well y'all might be able to hear that shit, but I know that I need something to keep my vibe cracking and everything that's really going to help me be in alignment with this particular music and everything. I mean, with this particular energy that we experiencing. And so that music, it taps me right into that. Pisces, no doubt, baby. Pisces energy is definitely tapping in you, tapping us into that vibration of that music. And so right now we got that sun in Virgo, right? Asking us to examine our routines, the routines and how we work, how we play, how we organize, and how we operate. But this moon right here, this Pisces moon that we coming up into, see, moon energy, it always encourages us to embrace anyway. And this full moon in Pisces is a special one. See, we got this blood moon lunar eclipse going on, right? And this is when the moon glows red during the total lunar eclipse. Now, this happens when the Earth's shadow completely covers the full moon. Shadow energy over the exposure of the moon energy. Now, the full moon itself, let's talk about moon energy within itself. See, the moon energy is intuitive and everything, right? Holds fears, doubts, insecurities, and everything. But it also is highly intuitive and everything and highly sensitive, right? And so this shadow energy on this full moon, see, the full moon, it illuminates the hidden, the unknown. You understand? This is where intuition is heightened. Shadow energies is going to be exposed, no doubt. See, remember, the moon encourages always, always, wherever the moon is at, what have you. It's your guidance for every day, every other day. You know, the moon change sign every other day, whatever, what have you, right? Every other day, every 2 day, 2.5 days. There we go. See, this Pisces energy, we're going to see a lot of the shadows in this particular realm. You understand? See, when this moon is full, it illuminates the hidden, the unknown. So when our intuition is heightened, shadow energy is going to be exposed. Now, remember that full moon, it encourages us to embrace this Piscean vibration of the energy, shadows and all. So this moon is going to be illuminating the darkness in all of these Pisces themes. See, Pisces is the blind spot. This is where we self sabotage at. This is the unconscious. This is patterns of behavior, addictions, vices, and everything, right? Secret haters is going to be exposed. Resentments, hidden agendas, lies exposed. I hope you ready for this. And I don't mean to be facetious when I say this, but this is really happening for us and not to us. And so when we get confronted with truths, that eclipse got a way of doing that, baby. But see, this is how we clear up all of the illusion. because you know Pisces rule over the illusion and whatnot, what have you, right? And so this is going to be necessary if we're going to be moving forward in the truth. And so the key to this energy right here, see, the sun is pointing to it right there. It's in Virgo. It's asking you to examine how we routinely operate. See, Virgo also the energy of discernment, no doubt. See, we got a lot of support amidst dimension too, that's going along in the background too. See, with all this Piscean vibration, we got Saturn. That's the energy of discipline and structure. It's in retrograde, which means it's under review in Pisces and all of this energy. So this is really assisting us in being able to clean up a lot of these unconscious patterns of behaviors and whatnot. Because Saturn's coming here to help us to get that shit straightened out, no doubt. And when we got that sun that's in Virgo helping us to examine the routines, getting us all structured up, we got some energy that's really helping us along our journey, you see. And then we got them air signs and everything, speeding it up, making it a little liver than what it was. Uranus just went retrograde in Gemini. This is a shift in thinking and our communication and everything, right? See, now let's talk about this particular energy. See, we're talking about Pisces, right? Where the blind spot is at. And so when Uranus is in Gemini telling us to shift, evolve, you see, that Uranus deal with evolving, whatnot, right? And how we've been thinking, how we've been communicating. This is helping us recalibrate so we can show up in a whole different way. The transformative Plutonian vibration is coming through in Aquarius. Now, you know, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, that shifting, that moving, that evolving. And Aquarius is absolutely that evolution energy, right? So we linking Pluto and Aquarius together. This is transformation in that evolution for humanity, for community. And then we also want to remember that, you know, hopes and wishes, ambitions and everything, right? Because see, Aquarian energy is also connected to the star card in the tarot system. That's about our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, our aspirations and everything. Aquarius rules over the 11th house, you understand? This is about our friends, our community, goals, aspirations. And so this eclipse is showing up to assist us in making a complete recalibration. And these retrogrades is really helping us in making these adjustments in how we've been communicating so that we can transform the things that we reaching for, our goals, ambitions, our dreams, our friends, our support system, our communities, because they all matter how we operate moving forward. And so this is a powerful time for us. And soon, Neptune, checking in on our dreams and our inspirations and whatnot, is going to be retrograding soon back into Pisces as well. And so this eclipse is setting us up so that we can release a lot of the baggage that's really not coming along with us. It might have helped us at one point or the other, but as we move forward, no longer really serving us. See, I'm going to tell you something. See, I grew up and everything in a community. We really embrace like having a good time and enjoying ourselves. And so how we would do that, we like to drink, we like to smoke weed, we like to do all of those things. And this is how we would have a good time. And we can say that this is a form of escapism. This is the house of Pisces. But see, sometimes we do recognize that some of the things that really worked for us, that really helped us along our journey, that really gives us these fond memories of good times that we had, sometimes they're no longer working for us. And so with me and with many other folks, that house of Pisces, we get to reevaluate on whether or not these things are self-sabotaging. Too much social media, too much drink, too much smoke, too much whatever, what have you, right? And so this is giving us an opportunity to close out a lot of those old things from the old paradigms that's no longer serving us so that we can catapult ourselves onto our highest timeline. And so Pisces is giving us the opportunity to course correct. And I love this for us. I really do. See, that sun in Virgo, it encourages us to examine our routines. And so these are the things that I've been doing, the routine activities, how I've been celebrating, right? How I've been commiserating, right? How I've been finding ways to cope with stressful events. See, when we dealing with in these realms of Pisces and everything, it gives us these opportunities to make some adjustments, right? But I don't know if either anybody out there that's hearing what I'm talking, right? Noticing that a lot of those things, they just ain't hitting the same way they used to. And so this is giving us an opportunity to like reevaluate and restructure because it was really working for us at one point in time, right? And now it's just not. But this is because the vibration has raised on the planet. And so a lot of the things that we used to do, say, how we used to operate, no longer working no more. And so that sun in Virgo tells us again about examining our routines. The moon in Pisces, embracing our creativity, the mystical, the magical, all things considered, shadow shit too. See, because Virgo is the energy of mastery. See, it encourages us to build our own world. See, when we understand mentalism, that all is mind and the universe is mental, then we recognize that we are the key. And speaking of keys, the symbol, the goddess Hecate, I've been working with. And one of her symbols is the key. And that key, it unlocks magical doors. You awaken the Bibity-Bobity life. That Virgo Pisces tap on the everyday magical and mystical living. Getting that guidance, support, protection by awakening the divine cipher. Them signs and symbols and aesthetics that surround us. You see, the Disney story of Cinderella, the fairy godmother, who helped her connect to her star player. She was a showstopper, and then she snagged a prince, no doubt. And this is what I'm talking about right here. See, when we bring the magic out of our life so that it blesses us, this is when we tap into that realm of Pisces in the highest vibrations. It's the realm of the imagination, the I, magi, nation. And that right there, love, is Bibity-Bobity book. No doubt. No doubt about that. See, Virgo's mastery and Pisces magic, it brings a routine, a daily practice of incorporating that practical magic. See, this is divine feminine energy we tapping into. That earth energy of Virgo, that water energy of Pisces, right? Reminding us to feel it. You got to feel it. The energy is in your emotions. Energy in motion. You got to feel it, to manifest it. And so this lunar eclipse, it meeting up at this north node at 15 degrees. And see, the north node is a direction that we're supposed to be going. Think of like a compass, right? Where your north star is at, right? Reminding you of the direction that we going in. And so when we look at them higher vibrations of Pisces, we talking compassion. We talking about creativity, right? We talking about moving into a higher vibration of mysticism and spirituality, you see. And so this lunar eclipse is encouraging us to be in tune with who and how we really feel so that we can express our truth in compassion, closing out the old and making a way for the new. So let's bibbity-bobbity that particular intention. You understand? Let's do that one. So fashion is my magic and my jam. So you know I'm going to do it that particular way, no doubt. So we go tap into the intuitive, imaginative energy of Pisces and the detailed, sophisticated energy of Virgo. And we're going to bring together this bohemian style because see this right here, see this bohemian vibration right here. I love it. This is my whole vibe right here. I'm loving it, right? And I'm always taking this particular style right here and twisting it with any intention that I'm coming that I'm tapping into, combining it with that. So this particular one right here, we're going to tap into the creativity and the flow of the Pisces vibration. We're going to remember about taking care of our feet because you know Pisces rules the feet. So we're going to definitely need to have these comfortable shoes, right? But then we're going to go back and balance it in with this Virgo vibration, right? And making sure that we're being practical and making sure that it's stylish, it's complementing our wardrobe and everything. You know, Virgo understands that the devil is in them details, you understand? And so we go bring in the softness, right? Of the divine feminine. And I'm going to tap into some colors so that we can deal with that, no doubt. And then let me tell you about some scents that I've been really jamming with at this particular point in time. On a flute, I started just tapping and combining like florals in earthy tones and started working with this jasmine cedarwood combination. And I got to tell y'all, it's a hit, it's a tap, and this right here is a vehicle that's going to tap you right into that bibbity-bobbity baby of the Pisces Virgo vibration, no doubt. See, that jasmine is going to connect you to the energy of peace, love, spirituality, and everything. It even helps you to tap into that sexy frequency when we trying to, get into the tantric vibes and everything. It helps with sleep. The dreams, Pisces is ruling them realms of dream. I know dreams been off the hook. What? And then that cedar, it also taps into that spiritual component, no doubt. But then that cedar, it brings that grounded energy, helping us to move into that discipline, that self-control and everything, right? And while that discipline, that self-control energy, it's more like Saturnian, that same more cap energy, right? But see, Virgo is about the structure in your day-to-day routines and your rituals and everything. So this is an auspicious tap because this is going to really help us to really gain the discipline and the self-control to be able to tap into the frequency of really building our own universe, no doubt. And so combined, we bring in the practical and the spiritual frequency, which is giving us off a special magnetism, baby. And this is going to be support in this particular eclipse in releasing the old and embracing a new way of being. And so that Saturn North Node, that North Node, and that moon is coming through with the energy. Saturn's discipline, the North Node of direction, and the moon's intuition. We bringing them all together to help us on our journey as we move forward. And auspicious tapping helping us navigating this particular energy. And I'm going to put this in my particular wardrobe. Let's get it. Let's talk. So some of the stones that I've been working with, let me tell you, this is a tap into the Piscean vibration. I'm going to give you a couple, and then I'm gonna give you a couple. This is really going to help for this energy that we're experiencing right now, the abalone. Now, I don't know if you ever seen it's an iridescent. It's like a seashell. Now, this is going to tap us into healing and emotional balance, right? See, when truth is revealed, that eclipse energy is going to have us getting that business, right? You're going to need this. It's going to help you with discernment, tapping us into the Virgo vibration, psychic abilities, creativities. A lot of downloads is going to absolutely be going down at this particular time. It's going to support you in your spiritual growth and everything. If you can find some earrings this abalone, shit, you might be doing something in a big and powerful way. But however, you rock with this and see how this is speaking to you on this particular time. This is what I'm doing. All right. Then the other thing, because we got this blood moon, right? And see, this particular blood moon, see, Piscean energy, that sometimes there's a difficulty in really being able to express in a way that's really going to be effective. We'll see this coral. It's going to help us to bring that confident energy. See, this is that red color, right? And of course, you know that red energy is going to keep us grounded. It's going to keep us in our passion, and it's going to keep us in a space where we feeling empowered. This is what red does for me. And so this coral is really going to help us. Another one from the sea, baby. Yeah, let's get it. With that confident, authentic expression so that you show up for yourself in an effective way. See, this is also a time where we really got to encourage self-love within ourselves. Because one of the things with Piscean energy is this thing with boundaries and everything. See, a lot of folks' boundaries is going to be tested and everything, right? And then we got folks that's still doing this all or nothing program, right? That tells us if you ain't doing it all for us, then you ain't really showing us no love. But see, that coral is going to help you to show up for yourself in a way that's going to be effective, where you can tell them, listen, I love you. I care about you. I'll do A, B, and C. And this is where I draw the line. And this is where my boundary is. And you can take that or leave it alone. And if that's still a problem for them, this may be one of the cats that may not be making the cut with this particular eclipse for you getting on your highest timeline. Because folks that ain't respecting your boundaries, babe, they gonna drain the life out of you at the end of the day. This I can assure you. And so let me give you a quick tip that I like to do, especially with this coral. I got a pendant that I wear. And I like to wear it because it sits right by my heart. And so what I'm gonna do is take some of that jasmine and that cedarwood oil, and I'm gonna anoint that just a little bit and everything, and I'm gonna wear that right there by my heart so that it can get into my Taurus field. You know, that heartbeat, it connects right to the Taurus field, which surrounds and it sparkles up my vibe and everything. A necklace, a brooch, something like that. That's right around the heart space energy and everything, which allows that energy to radiate, to magnetize around you. It's an auspicious tap in that particular energy. And so before we close out, let me make sure that I check in and get some guidance from the goddesses out here, no doubt, no doubt. The goddess Ursuli Dantor is coming through. Checking in with etheric quartz. Now, the goddess Ursuli Dantor, she fought elbow to elbow with her people during the Haitian Revolution to protect mothers and children. And she represents the healing of the Dark Mother. Let's get this business. You know, I heard about a celebrity that had a tattoo of Ursuli Dantor on their back and then wanted to abuse women after having the tattoo on their back. Well, needless to say, that didn't turn out too well. Ursula Dantor, Black Madonna, all of these is all similar frequency, vibration, energies, right? You understand? And so you better make sure when you dealing with these particular energies that you're in alignment with that particular vibration. You understand? Because now you're working against the energy, and I don't know if that's gonna work out too well. However, here go the imbalance. If it isn't wholehearted love, baby, you're gonna have to release it. And remember your worth is her guidance. Embodying this guidance, this goddess who brings this guidance is reminding us about the energy cords that's binding us to someone that we no longer wish to be attached to as strong, or something. And you got to be willing to let go. So she says in here, she says, close your eyes and see divine swords of the God Goddess, loving light, separating you and dissolving the cords between you. You are both whole and healed. And just as you showered to cleanse physical grime, there is also a form of energy cords, also called karmic ribbons or emotional cords or etheric cords. Spiritual maintenance is required. And so this goddess declaration that goes with her, she says, I am worthy, compassionate, and whole. And so when this goddess is coming through, she's reminding you again to remember your worth. If it isn't wholehearted love, you absolutely must release it. And so with that, I'm picking up the Archangel Gabriel, who's coming through in a mighty and powerful way, who's going to help us in communicating and expressing in a most effective and auspicious way. And so with that, I'm going to close this out and encourage you, eyes wide open, baby, because this is our opportunity. Pisces is the last on the zodiac. It is the close out energy to close out the old cycle and start on a new higher timeline. All of our outer planets are shifting into new houses, new zodiac energies, which means that there is a major shift on the planet taking place right now. Do not get stuck on a karmic hamster wheel in this matrix. Now I bid you peace and light and peace and love.